Snow's melting, cabin's calling, and Kaya is ready to explore. And I've got this new battery from Renogy that claims 16 years of daily use. Will this battery outlive me? Will it survive real cabin life? Let's find out. Renogy claims that this is made with 70% less liquid electrolytes, about 90% solid state. What does this mean for us? Well, one of the biggest things is almost zero fire potential and better safety in harsh conditions. If safety is a concern to you, and it should be, this is one of the safest batteries on the market today. This is a metal box. It's not steel, but it is a fire-resistant box. It's also less prone to shock and bumps and wear and tear. So if you're installing this into your RV, into your camper, into your van, of course, this thing is going to be able to ride out those bumpier roads and the back trails that traditional batteries may not. And the big thing, and this is huge, guys, 6,000 cycles. Most of your other batteries, you're looking at about 3,000 cycles. That's the claim. So 6,000 cycles, what does that mean in real life? That means 16 years of using this, charging it up and discharging it daily. So the question is, will this battery outlive me? It is just a gorgeous spring day here today, but when weather conditions are tougher, and for most of this winter that has been, believe me, this thing is weatherproofed as well. It can be submerged into a meter of water for up to 30 minutes. So if you're out kayaking with this thing and you tip your boat, you've got half an hour to get this off the bottom of the creek. I don't recommend kayaking with this. Let's bring out a couple of inverters. I'll show you what fuses you'll need to be thinking about when you're hooking this up to your system. And yeah, really excited to dive into the future. I've got the 240 amp version. They also make a smaller 120 amp version. Most of the 12 volt batteries you're gonna buy are generally 100 amps. So right off the bat, you're getting an extra 20% of power. And the reason they're able to do that is with the solid state technology, right? They're able to squeeze more energy into a smaller size. I'm gonna be using this with the 1000 watt inverter today. And I've got a couple of fuses ready for this. These are terminal block fuses. One is 150 amps, and that is for the inverter itself, goes between the inverter and the battery. And the other is a 30 amp fuse. This is going to allow me to safely charge my power station through the solar inputs using the Pro S1. So Renogy gives us a bag of goodies here, including some terminal posts. And worth mentioning here, it actually gives you the hardware to fasten this down into your vehicle, into your RV, into your van. These bolt right to the casing of the battery itself. You know, they mean business when they're talking about this is shock absorbent, good quality hardware. I think that's forward thinking by Renogy. Another thing is I really like this recessed area for the terminals. That's a great idea because that keeps things safer. I would imagine that in the event of you connecting a couple of these batteries together, that you'd be able to stack them safely. I really like that. The other thing too is you've got these communication ports here. So this would be for connecting, linking with other batteries. And you've got a Bluetooth antenna right here. It's on the exterior of the battery. One of the biggest complaints that I've had and I've heard people talk about is having a hard time connecting their Bluetooth apps to the battery. So having a Bluetooth antenna on the exterior of the battery, that's pretty cool. Hopefully the light's on there, and I will power up the CPAP machine, and it is providing power as well. Let's leave the battery outside and see how it performs in a real world cold environment. Oh, my CPAP machine wants to take a nap. All right, this is just a temporary setup here, just for the next couple of nights. We got our inverter up here, and then I've got the Pro S1 underneath here. The inverter outside is connected to this UPS, and that's where I'm running my power from. Just to give you a sense of what type of power I'm using right now, I've got a kitchen light here. Sorry to blind you. I've got some twinkly lights scattered around the cabin. They're just LEDs. Right now I'm using the Bouge RV 12 volt fridge, and that's just being powered by the DJI 2000 sitting on top here. This is an electric fridge, but I'm not using it right now. It is a very efficient fridge. This is actually just storing my albums. If you want to rock out, we got some King Crimson, Pink Floyd, all kinds of fun stuff in there, chilling. I've got an air conditioner wall unit. These things are power hogs, and really get yourself a gas generator or just forget about it. Find some shade. This is a turntable, suitcase turntable in here, and then I've got a little bit of music gear sort of scattered around the cabin right now. My bass guitar. I once in a while will bring up a synth or two. Hey Bob, let's do a quick check-in on the app and see what kind of power we're consuming with just the few lights and stuff that we're running here. The app is pretty simple. It gives you your basic information, how much draw you're using, how much input it's taking, if you're charging the battery, that type of thing. And the best part about this, once again, is having this external antenna, Bluetooth antenna. You're going to get way better range than with most other batteries. All right, chicken fajitas is on the menu for tonight. Nice and easy. Cheers. So I left the battery running outside for the next couple of days, powering the cabin. Let's see how it does.
Here's where I should be. Pine trees, lung disease. Wanna be the pretty key. Cabin in the woods, see. Here's where I should be. Cabin in the woods, see. Pine trees, lung disease. Wanna be the pretty key. Small house, outhouse, one mouse cheese. Deep in the woods, that's where I'll be.
Go have a boo at the this bad girl here. I think we're calling her a girl. Oh, hello, precious. You enjoying the cabin time, my dear? It's been a couple of days now, and I wanted to give you an update on the Pro S1. There's nothing more boring than a 12-volt battery. When it works, it works. You set it up, you plug your stuff in to the inverter, however you're using it, and hopefully you just forget about it. And that's pretty much what I've done. It's been sitting outside, and I was hoping for a colder winter test, but so far, so disappointed that the sun is shining and the temperatures is around 8 degrees today. So we can't do those harsh winter conditions today, but that's cool. Other people have stripped this battery down, taken it apart, and rest assured that this thing is a beast. Using the app has just been a pleasure, not because the app is so exciting, it's pretty basic. However, I can connect with it pretty much anywhere in the cabin. I can walk around with my phone, check the battery, no issues. So far this week, it's kept all of my lights on. I had a music jam last night. It's powering my laptop, a Bluetooth speaker, and I also watched a film on the movie projector. You can see we're getting a little bit low, but I will fire up the generator tonight and get that topped up. That's another area where the Pro S1 has an advantage. It has a faster charging time. That's a big deal when you need to get your power back quickly. Now let's talk about this battery in comparison with your traditional lithium batteries as well as old school lead acid batteries. First off, if you're thinking about replacing your AGM battery, don't buy another one. Buy a lithium battery. It's time. 2, if you want the safest battery on the market, this is probably it. You're really getting something different here. So the question is, who is this battery for? Who's it for, buddy? Is it for us? Keep an eye on my dog. It's mating season for the coyotes. Okay, so who is this battery for? Off-grid cabins, RVs, van life, boats, marine use. Think of the water resistance, the weather resistance of this battery. Camping. And also, I think this would be the ideal battery to be prepared for power outages. 12-volt batteries generally aren't sexy and they're not something to get excited about. Where I get excited is when a product comes out which is really shifting the whole market. I mean, we're going to see where technology goes, right? So much has happened over the last couple of years. So a lot more is going to happen over the next couple of years. And I think this is the beginning of where we're going to see batteries going. Now, being new technology, this is not inexpensive. It's not cheap. You got to dig deep in your pockets to invest in one of these. But look at what you're getting. 6,000 cycles, so 16 years. And again, that's not, it's not 16 years and you're chucking the battery. Safety, optimal safety. That's another thing you're investing in. The portability, it's packing more power into a lighter, smaller footprint. I like that as well. It has a 7-year warranty. These things are built to last. If you think about it in those terms, I think it's a good investment. I also understand if you're a little bit hesitant to jump into new tech, because just like all those people who back in the day bought the first VCRs on the market, we always knew who the rich families were on the block because they had those top-loading huge VCRs. So this might be the same kind of thing. You're paying more for new technology, but if you want to be on the cutting edge, it's available now. I'm the kind of guy who keeps things simple. I like to listen to my record player. I like to drink a Guinness and not having to worry that at the end of the day, my lights are gonna keep running and just chill for another 16 years up here. There are links below with a discount. It's an expensive battery, so save your pennies. Use the Clever Joe custom discount below. They're having a spring sale all the way through March, so flash sales going on. Do your own research. If this fits the bill and you think it's gonna work for you, use the links, subscribe, like the video, that would be great. And we'll see you next time, guys. Happy off-gridding. Cheers from the cabin.